Power Rangers follows five teenagers as they get into an accident and eventually turn into superheroes, pretty much the Power Rangers. This is based on the 1990s TV show called Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. There's been like 20 something seasons of it now. Yeah, it's pretty popular. I grew up watching Power Rangers, so initially I was really excited to see this movie when it was coming out. And it surprised me. It really, really surprised me. Mostly what surprised me was the acting in it, to be honest, because I was expecting it to be cringy, cheesy, terrible acting, kind of like in the TV show, like really bad. But it's really, really good. Like, it's a really character-driven movie. The acting is pretty good, and specifically from the five Power Rangers themselves, they're really good. Like, they're kind of mostly unknown. I don't really know any of their names, so yeah, it was really surprising. And honestly, the worst actor in the movie, or the worst aspect of the movie, was actually by Elizabeth Banks, who played the villain, Rita Repulsa. She was terrible. She conflicted the whole idea of the movie. Like, that whole movie was trying to take the tone very seriously with the main leads, but then she was playing this. It's like as if she was trying to play the villain Rita Repulsa from the original TV show, the cheesy kind of version. So it was really conflicting, and it didn't really match up, in my opinion. Also, Bryan Cranston, who played Zordon, pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Like, Bryan Cranston originally played the voice of two villains in the TV show. So because of that, they gave the Blue Ranger, Billy Cranston, the same second name as Bryan Cranston, as an ode to like him for doing his voice acting. And it's kind of really meta and weird, because in this movie, Billy Cranston, the Blue Ranger, is talking to Zordon on the wall, and I thought that was really cool. Also, yeah, the chemistry in particular was really good between the five actors. Like, you really tell that they cared a lot about it. Like, they were really seizing their opportunity in this movie. In specific, there's this, no spoilers, but there's a specific scene at a campfire that I thought was really cool. It really brought the movie up for me. So the first two acts was pretty much like the Breakfast Club, because they're all in detention and that's how they all meets Chronicle, where they're all trying to figure out their superhero powers and like what they can do and what they're capable of. And then it really slowed down towards the third act, because you don't see them get to morph. They spend the first whole two acts trying to get to morph, but then in the third act, it really slows when they get to become Power Rangers. Like, it doesn't really slow in the sense that there's nothing really happening. Like, there's constantly stuff happening. Like, it's full of action. But it's when they get their suits, and I don't know, I didn't really prefer that as much as the first two acts, where it's character building. Even though the whole movie is building up to the last act, which doesn't really add up. So it's mostly a very positive movie. I really, really enjoyed it. But the things that annoyed me the most were the action was really annoying. It was really frustrating to watch, because something would be about to happen and then this really weird slow motion effect would come in, and it was just very stupid, very kind of Transformers-esque. Yeah, there was like they used it really poorly as well, I found, because there was actually a scene where the five Power Rangers, they don't actually have their suits yet, so they're just the five guys. They all go and meet Rita somewhere, Rita Repulsa, the villain, and Rita is just walking towards them, and the camera kind of pans up so it's above them all, and they're surrounding Rita, and it just goes into slow motion for no reason. And there's about like a 15-second space there where it's just slow motion and nothing happens, and it was a really weird choice made there by the director, to be honest. So yeah, that's really it. That's my thoughts on Power Rangers. So I'm gonna give Power Rangers a 7 out of 10.